You didn't find this message by accident. You were drawn here by forces beyond what your eyes can see, led by divine guidance that wants to reach you at precisely this moment. Take a deep breath, settle into the present, and allow the words you're about to hear to flow into your heart. The angels have been whispering to you in subtle ways, through a sudden thought, an unexpected sign, a gentle tug at your intuition, and now they've guided you to this very place. You are here for a reason, and there's something important they want you to understand. Relax, remain open, and stay with me until the end, because what unfolds may be the key to embracing your true path with clarity and confidence. Welcome to a space of warmth, understanding, and loving support. If you've never been here before, know that this is a community dedicated to uplifting your spirit and sharing insights that help you align with the higher guidance always available to you. Here, we believe that nothing in life is random, and that every encounter, every gentle nudge, is part of a greater cosmic tapestry, weaving your story into a vast, interconnected universe. As you listen, consider the possibility that you were always meant to hear these words. Perhaps you've been noticing small coincidences lately, repeating numbers, unexpected encounters, or intuitive feelings that seem to come from nowhere. Your angels have been arranging these moments so that, at last, you would find yourself right here, willing to receive their loving message. The angels want you to know that you are deeply cherished and profoundly supported, even if you sometimes feel alone in your struggles. They have been by your side from the very beginning, waiting patiently for the moment you would open your heart to their presence. They know that life can feel overwhelming and uncertain, especially when you face challenges that test your resolve and stretch your understanding of who you are and what you're meant to do. Yet, these very challenges are stepping stones, guiding you toward greater wisdom, compassion, and purpose. It's no coincidence that this moment of connection has appeared in your life just when you might need it most. Trust that the divine timing is perfect. The angel's message begins with an invitation to trust your journey. You may have felt lost or unsure of where to turn next. Perhaps you've questioned the direction your life has taken, or wondered if you're making the right choices. The angels assure you that no step has been wasted and no experience is in vain. Everything you've gone through has been part of your soul's growth, carving pathways of understanding that prepare you for what comes next. You are exactly where you need to be, even if the path ahead isn't fully clear yet. They also want you to remember that you are never alone. In moments of doubt, worry, or fear, reach out to them, even in silence. A simple heartfelt request or a quiet thought is enough to summon their gentle guidance. They stand beside you, ready to offer protection and insight, illuminating your way forward in the subtle signs and messages you encounter. They want to guide you toward an understanding that your inner voice is not just a random whisper, but a gateway to divine wisdom. Perhaps you've already sensed it, a gentle intuition nudging you to consider new paths, try something different, or look at your circumstances from a fresh perspective. The angels encourage you to lean into this subtle guidance. Notice how certain ideas or possibilities light up a feeling of warmth or excitement inside you. That's often how angelic messages slip into your awareness, not as thunderous announcements, but as quiet sparks of insight that gently illuminate your mind. The more you trust this inner voice, the clearer and more consistent the guidance becomes. When you start paying attention, you might discover that these messages seem to arrive in perfect alignment with your needs. You may find yourself wondering how to solve a problem, and suddenly the right solution appears. Or perhaps you've been searching for clarity on your life's purpose, and as you tune in more deeply, you feel a subtle urging to explore a certain direction. These aren't accidents. They are the fruits of your expanding awareness and your willingness to communicate with the angels who have always been by your side. Open yourself to the idea that the universe wants to support you. Instead of assuming you must fight every battle alone, consider that you have allies in the spiritual realm who want to help you grow, evolve, and thrive. If you feel stuck or uncertain, try this. Pause for a moment, close your eyes, and breathe deeply. Inhale the understanding that you are loved, guided, and never abandoned. Exhale any doubts or fears that say you must do everything on your own. As you do this, you create space within yourself where angelic insights can settle and take root. Signs can also come in the form of external synchronicities. Maybe you keep noticing the same number sequences, like 111 or 333, appearing on clocks, receipts, or license plates. Perhaps you find feathers unexpectedly, or you stumble upon meaningful words at precisely the right moment. These are messages, gentle reminders that you are on the right track. They whisper, "Keep going, we're here, and you are loved." When you recognize such signs, take a moment to acknowledge them. Say silently or out loud, "Thank you, I see you, and I trust the guidance you are sending me." This simple act of gratitude strengthens the bridge between you and your angelic companions. Remember that your angels operate on a frequency of unconditional love. They never judge you for the choices you've made or the path you've walked. Their wish is for you to embrace your own worthiness and remember that you are a cherished soul here to learn, love, and grow. Even when life feels complicated, their unwavering support can help you see beyond surface challenges and discover deeper truths hidden within your experiences. In this process of opening your heart to their influence, you may find that your relationship with yourself transforms. You become more confident, more trusting, and more willing to take steps that align with your authentic self. As you continue to open your heart to their guidance, you'll start feeling a subtle but profound shift. You may find yourself approaching situations with more grace and calm. Instead of feeling rattled by uncertainty, you learn to appreciate the mystery of your path. Each step, even the difficult ones, becomes a meaningful part of the tapestry you are weaving. You begin to sense that nothing is truly random, and that every encounter, every delay, and every opportunity is woven into a pattern meant to lead you closer to your truest purpose. The angels remind you that it's safe to relax into this understanding, to trust that a greater plan is unfolding, even if you can't yet see the entire picture. Imagine standing before a door that leads to a new chapter in your life. The angels stand quietly behind you, encouraging you to turn the knob. They know you might hesitate. Change often comes with uncertainties, but they also know that beyond this threshold lies the greater peace and clarity you've been seeking. Sometimes you can almost hear their whispers, "Go ahead, we are right here." When you find the courage to move forward, to take even one small step guided by faith rather than fear, you realize that you're never walking into darkness. You're stepping into a light that grows brighter as you trust it more deeply. It's important to remember that angelic guidance is not about avoiding challenges, but about moving through them with wisdom and resilience. When you accept their support, you don't instantly eliminate life's obstacles, but you gain the clarity to face them with renewed strength. You learn to see difficulties as lessons, opportunities to refine your character, strengthen your resolve, and deepen your understanding of what truly matters. Over time, this perspective transforms the way you experience life's ups and downs. A calm assurance begins to replace anxiety, and gratitude takes the place of resentment as you perceive that even hardships hold blessings in disguise. Now you may wonder how to keep these channels of communication clear and consistent. It starts with intention. Just as you might schedule time to speak with a friend, consider setting aside a quiet moment each day to speak or silently commune with your angels. This need not be a long or complicated process. Perhaps it's the moment before you get out of bed, when the day is still fresh and new. Close your eyes, breathe slowly, and say, "I am open to receiving your guidance and wisdom today." Feel the subtle shift in your energy as you invite their presence into your conscious awareness. Then, as you go about your day, remain attentive. Notice when you feel a sudden sense of peace wash over you, or when a song lyric seems to answer a question you've been pondering. Take note if a friend's casual comment strikes a chord, offering insight you didn't expect. These everyday moments are often infused with angelic influence, and by paying attention, you make room for deeper understanding. The more you acknowledge and appreciate their guidance, the more pronounced it becomes. Over time, your conversations with the angels feel as natural and comforting as speaking to a trusted confidant. As you practice this openness, you will begin to witness small miracles in your daily life. They might seem subtle at first: a friend calling at the exact moment you need encouragement, a stranger offering a kind word when you're feeling low, or stumbling across a piece of wisdom that perfectly addresses a question resting in your heart. With time, these moments form a pattern that's hard to dismiss as mere coincidence. Instead, you start to see them as the language of the angels, each instance a brushstroke painting a picture of divine involvement in your life. Your willingness to recognize and embrace these signs strengthens the bond between you and your angelic companions. It's like learning a new language. At first, you might understand only a few words, but as you listen more closely, you pick up on nuances, rhythms, and meanings you never noticed before. Over time, you find that the angels are speaking to you constantly, guiding you through whispers of intuition, through gentle nudges that align you with your highest path. Eventually, this communication feels as natural as breathing. In moments of doubt, remind yourself that your angels see you with loving eyes. They never judge you for feeling afraid or uncertain. They understand the human experience intimately. When you're unsure whether you're truly receiving their guidance, ask them for confirmation. Say quietly, "Angels, please show me a sign that I can understand. Help me recognize your presence." Then go about your day with an open mind, paying attention to unusual happenings or recurring symbols. Often, a meaningful sign will appear, reaffirming that you are never walking this path alone. As you strengthen this relationship, you'll find yourself more willing to follow the guidance you receive. This isn't about blindly doing what a voice in your head tells you. It's about tuning into the harmonious feeling that arises when something resonates with your soul. You'll know when it's right because it feels aligned, calm, and true. You'll feel a gentle certainty that even if you don't know all the details of how things will unfold, this step forward is in harmony with your deeper purpose. This process leads you to what the angels truly want for you: a life lived authentically, guided by your heart, empowered by faith rather than fear. When you act from this sacred space, your decisions are no longer driven solely by logic or external expectations. Instead, they arise from a place of inner knowing and spiritual connection. You learn to trust yourself because you trust the angelic support around you, and that trust gives you the courage to move forward in unexpected and fulfilling ways. When challenges arise, as they inevitably will, remember that you now have new tools at your disposal. Rather than feeling trapped or helpless, you can pause, invite angelic guidance into your awareness, and watch as new solutions present themselves. Instead of viewing problems as roadblocks, you can see them as stepping stones. You realize that everything is ultimately working together for your growth, weaving lessons that help you become more compassionate, understanding, and wise. You may already have some sense of the signs that the angels use to reach you. Perhaps you've encountered those repeating number patterns, waking up at precisely 1:11 or glancing at the clock when it's 4:44. Maybe it's not just numbers. You could find yourself noticing feathers in unexpected places, or having dreams so vivid and meaningful that they linger in your thoughts long after you awaken. These gentle nudges are meant to reassure you that you are on the right track. They tell you, "We see you, we're with you, and we're guiding you forward." To deepen your understanding, the next time you notice such a sign, pause and reflect on what you were thinking or feeling at that very moment. These small coincidences are not random. They often coincide with periods of uncertainty, moments where you're seeking answers, or times when your heart is calling out for direction. By connecting these dots, you begin to realize that the universe is always communicating. Your angels stand ready, using every subtle means to let you know that you don't have to figure it all out on your own. One of the most profound ways to connect more directly is through prayer or meditation. This doesn't have to be a complicated ritual. It can be as simple as sitting quietly in a comfortable place, closing your eyes and breathing gently. Allow yourself to feel safe, supported, and loved. In this space, imagine a soft golden light radiating around you, gently bathing you in warmth. Within that light, silently or aloud, invite your angels to come closer. Tell them you're ready to listen. Let them know you welcome their guidance, their reassurance, and their loving presence in your life. In the quiet that follows, you might notice subtle shifts. Perhaps a memory floats up with new clarity, or a solution to a problem you've been wrestling with appears as a gentle idea. You might sense a warmth in your heart or feel a calmness that wasn't there before. These feelings, these whispers, are the delicate touch of angelic guidance. Rather than questioning whether it's all in your imagination, lean into the idea that your imagination is precisely the bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds. By allowing yourself to trust what you feel, you strengthen the channel between you and your angels. Consistency helps. If you choose to spend even a few minutes each day in this quiet communication, you'll find that your trust grows, your intuition sharpens, and the messages become clearer. Over time, what once felt like an elusive whisper transforms into a comforting dialogue. You'll know, deep in your heart, that you are heard, supported, and guided by loving beings who want the best for you. Gratitude is another key. Even before you receive the answers you seek, thank your angels for their presence. Gratitude opens your heart wider, making you more receptive to the blessings they send. It also shifts your energy toward appreciation and trust, which in turn amplifies their ability to reach you. Every thank you is like an open window, letting in more light, more assurance, and more understanding. As you integrate this awareness into your everyday life, you'll find that mundane moments take on greater meaning. A conversation with a friend might suddenly spark an insight. A quiet walk outdoors may feel like a gentle communion with the unseen realms. Little by little, the boundary between seen and unseen softens, allowing you to exist in a more harmonious state. In this new way of living, you trust your feelings, follow your intuition, and embrace a future guided by compassionate, angelic hands. To deepen this connection, start with stillness. Find a quiet place where you can be alone, free from distractions. Close your eyes, relax your shoulders, and breathe slowly. Allow your mind to settle, releasing any worries or tension. In these moments of silence, you create space for angelic presence to enter more fully into your awareness. Even a few minutes can be powerful. By cultivating a state of inner calm, you make it easier to sense those subtle whispers of guidance that too often go unheard in the rush of daily life. Once you feel that quiet sense of openness, state your intention clearly. You might say something like, "I am open to receiving clear and loving guidance from my angels." Words carry energy, and by speaking or thinking these words, you acknowledge that your angels are near and that you are ready to connect with them. It's like sending an invitation, letting them know you're prepared to listen. This step alone can shift your energy significantly, making you more receptive to their gentle nudges. Next, remain attentive. After setting your intention, you might feel a subtle sensation of warmth or a calm assurance settling around you. You may suddenly recall a meaningful dream, a memory, or an image that feels charged with significance. These could be the angels responding. Trust what comes. Avoid overanalyzing or dismissing these impressions as mere imagination. Instead, welcome them and see what resonates deep within you. Pay attention to synchronicities over the next hours or days. A kind stranger's words might echo the exact comfort you asked for, or you might stumble upon an inspiring passage that directly addresses your concerns. Gratitude is a vital element of this relationship. Even before you fully understand the messages you receive, take a moment to thank your angels for their presence and their guidance. Expressing gratitude acknowledges the loving energy they bring into your life, and it helps open your heart even wider. Gratitude also has a way of refining your perception, making it easier to recognize the blessings, insights, and directional signs that stream into your awareness. As you practice these steps, remember that consistency makes a difference. Just as with any skill, regular engagement strengthens your connection. Setting aside a few moments each morning or evening to repeat this process creates a rhythm. Over time, it becomes second nature, and you'll find that the lines of communication feel clearer, more fluid, and more comforting. You may gradually notice that your intuition feels stronger, and decisions that once perplexed you now come with a sense of natural knowing. In this process, patience and compassion for yourself are essential. You might not receive a grand revelation the very first time you try. Instead, think of it as a journey that unfolds gently. Each day's quiet moments, each invitation to connect, Each word of thanks adds another thread to the tapestry of your divine relationship. Slowly, you learn the language of angelic communion, understanding that it isn't about sudden fireworks, but a soft glow that grows brighter as you trust it. In this gentle interplay, you come to know that help is always just a heartfelt request away, and that no matter where you stand in life's unfolding path, you are lovingly guided, supported, and cherished. Close your eyes and take a slow, calming breath. Allow the air to fill your lungs and then gently release it. As you sink into this moment, let all distractions fade away. Feel the space around you become softer, quieter, and more supportive. Imagine a gentle, radiant light streaming down from above, forming a warm, golden sphere surrounding you. This glowing presence carries love, wisdom, and healing energy. Within this safe, luminous circle, you stand at the threshold of deeper understanding. Now invite your angels forward in this sacred space. Whisper quietly, "I welcome you, my angels, into my heart and my life. I open myself to your guidance, your comfort, and your protection." Feel the subtle shift in the atmosphere around you, as though tender wings have brushed close. You may notice a growing sense of peace or a calm assurance settling within. Trust these sensations. They are a response to your invitation and to your willingness to receive. In this tranquil state, let your prayer rise gently. Speak these words or hold them silently in your mind. Dear angels, I call upon you with love and gratitude. Thank you for guiding me to this moment, for all the signs and messages you've placed along my path. I open my heart to your divine wisdom, and I welcome your presence in my life. Help me to trust in the journey that unfolds before me. May I find strength and courage to follow the guidance you offer, to walk in faith, and to let go of any fear or doubt that holds me back. In your embrace, I know I am never alone. With humility and an open spirit, I receive your blessings now. Amen. As these words fill the space within you, feel their resonance. Imagine them carried upward on gentle currents of light, received by the loving forces that hover just beyond the veil of ordinary perception. These angelic beings are delighted by your sincerity and your openness. They respond not with loud proclamations, but with steady, quiet affirmations of love. In this exchanged energy, know that you are heard. As you rest in the glow of this prayer, visualize warm beams of light touching every aspect of your life. Envision your worries dissolving into this light, transforming into understanding and hope. Picture your deepest questions held gently in the angel's care, awaiting the perfect moment to be answered. Feel compassion for yourself expanding, replacing any lingering sense of unworthiness. This is the vibration of angelic presence, gentle, nurturing, and encouraging. When you are ready, slowly open your eyes. Carry this peace with you, knowing that you have formed a precious connection. Your angels walk beside you, and this prayer stands as a reminder that guidance is always available. As you move forward, trust that each step you take is supported and that every sincere call you make will be met with love. Even in moments of silence, their gentle presence assures you that you are never truly alone. Think back now over what you've experienced during these moments of quiet reflection and heartfelt prayer. You've acknowledged the angelic presence that gently weaves through your life, guiding you toward greater understanding, harmony, and purpose. You've invited their support, knowing that even in the simplest requests, there is power. Within the stillness of your heart, you felt the subtle warmth of reassurance, a reminder that you are cherished, protected, and never walking alone. It's important to carry these insights with you into your everyday life. When challenges arise, remember the calm you've cultivated here. If doubts surface, recall the gentle light you envision surrounding you. This is not a one-time experience. Rather, it is an ever-present reality you can tap into whenever you need clarity or comfort. Your angels are with you in times of joy and triumph, offering encouragement to keep expanding into your fullest potential. They are also there when uncertainty clouds your vision, helping you find your way through the fog. As you move forward, trust that the guidance you've received is meant to empower you. Each time you recognize a sign or follow an intuitive nudge, you're aligning more closely with your highest path. With each moment of sincere gratitude, you deepen your relationship with the unseen forces that watch over you. This relationship is one of mutual respect, cooperation, and love, a bond that can strengthen over time, bringing forth greater peace and understanding as you journey through life. Now, consider sharing your experience. You are part of a wider community of souls awakening to their own connections with angelic guides and spiritual allies. By opening your heart and sharing what you felt, you help others realize that they too can find support and meaning in these subtle realms of experience. Perhaps you've noticed signs recently, a series of repeating numbers, a sudden feeling of calm in a tense situation, or a dream that offered clarity. If you feel inspired, share these stories with others who are walking a similar path. Your voice might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. It's natural to seek companionship and understanding on this journey. You have the opportunity to connect with others who believe in the gentle guidance of angels, who recognize that life holds more depth and mystery than what meets the eye. Consider joining a community dedicated to spiritual growth, or leaving a comment to encourage those who are just beginning to notice the subtle signs around them. Your insights, your questions, and your openness create a space where love and wisdom can flourish. Before you go, remember that continuing to cultivate your relationship with your angels is as simple as pausing now and then to listen. Return to that quiet place within you whenever you need it. Stay receptive to the small miracles that appear in everyday life. And if you found comfort or guidance in what you've experienced here, take a moment to show your support. You might like this message, subscribe to stay connected, or turn on notifications so that you never miss a new opportunity to deepen your understanding. Your journey is ongoing, and with each step, you grow more confident in the loving presence that walks beside you. Your angels are always here, and they celebrate every moment of your unfolding path. Take a moment now to feel a sense of completion. You've journeyed through these messages, pausing to connect with your angels and allowing their wisdom to gently guide you forward. Notice how different you feel compared to when you first began. Perhaps you feel a subtle calmness inside, or a newfound openness in your heart. You might sense a quiet confidence that you're exactly where you need to be, even if the road ahead is still unfolding. Trust this feeling. It's your inner being resonating with the truth of your spiritual support. As you reflect on all that has been shared, know that this connection isn't limited to these moments of listening. The angels remain with you, eager to guide you through all the twists and turns of your life's journey. Whenever you feel unsure or disconnected, return to that quiet space within. Breathe, invite their presence, and remember that you're never walking alone. Even simple daily activities, enjoying a warm cup of tea, watching the sunrise, or pausing to appreciate the laughter of a loved one, can serve as moments to reconnect. In these everyday experiences, the divine can be felt, reminding you that there is more to life than what meets the eye. While this shared time has emphasized peace and connection, it's natural to seek more clarity about the specifics of the guidance you receive. You might wonder why certain numbers appear repeatedly, what the meaning of a particular dream could be, or how to discern which feelings truly carry angelic influence. The truth is, the more you trust and open yourself, the clearer these signals will become. With patience and practice, you'll learn to interpret the language of symbols, intuition, and subtle nudges. This is a skill that blossoms over time, nourished by your curiosity and willingness to grow. Consider the ways you can integrate these insights into your life moving forward. Perhaps you'll start a simple ritual each morning, just a few moments to say, "Angels, I'm here and I'm listening." Or maybe you'll keep a small journal where you jot down any signs or messages you notice, helping you recognize patterns and deepen your understanding. You might choose to share these experiences with others who walk a similar path, exchanging stories that uplift and inspire. In doing so, you create a circle of light where everyone benefits from the collective wisdom and support. In the days and weeks to come, watch how your trust in this guidance affects the way you face challenges. Notice how your perspective shifts from fear to curiosity, from resistance to acceptance, and from confusion to insight. Each time you acknowledge your angelic support, you reaffirm a partnership that spans dimensions, the physical and the spiritual, the seen and the unseen. This partnership reminds you that you are worthy, loved, and capable of fulfilling the purpose that has always quietly called to you. As you carry these truths with you, you step into a world where magic and meaning coexist, where angelic whispers help you navigate life's mysteries. And even as this chapter nears its end, the journey continues, ever unfolding, beckoning you to embrace the love, guidance, and wisdom that surround you always. As you proceed, consider how you might deepen this bond even further. If you've begun to see angelic guidance as a gentle current carrying you forward, think about how you can consciously move with that current instead of resisting it. One way is to pay closer attention to your daily rhythms. Notice when you feel most receptive, most connected. Maybe early morning quiet brings heightened awareness, or perhaps a peaceful walk beneath starlight soothes your mind and opens your heart. Experiment with different moments and spaces, letting intuition guide you toward times when angelic wisdom flows more freely. You may also find it helpful to engage your creativity. Whether through writing, painting, singing, or simply daydreaming, creative activities often serve as conduits for spiritual insight. When you create, you enter a space of openness and trust, allowing new visions and understandings to emerge. In these free-flowing states, it's easier for the angels to communicate, guiding you toward revelations that logic alone might not uncover. Don't worry about the outcome. Focus instead on the feeling of presence and possibility that creativity can awaken. As your understanding evolves, so does your ability to discern angelic messages from ordinary thoughts. This doesn't mean every notion that comes to mind is divine guidance. Rather, it encourages you to develop an inner compass. Over time, you'll learn to distinguish between fleeting mental chatter and those luminous insights that come with a sense of calm and truth. When angelic guidance arrives, it rarely demands or instills fear. It gently encourages, reassures, and points you toward deeper alignment with your soul's purpose. Notice which thoughts feel like open doors, inviting you toward growth, and which feel closed or heavy, pulling you away from your true path. In this unfolding journey, patience is key. Just as a seedling takes time to grow into a strong flowering plant, your spiritual perception needs nurturing and care. Avoid judging yourself if you find it difficult at times. Spiritual growth, like any form of learning, involves moments of uncertainty and trial. Your angels understand this perfectly and remain steadfast in their support. They do not rush you, nor do they withdraw when you struggle. Instead, they offer love, understanding, and subtle encouragement to keep you moving forward. Look around you, at the people in your life, the opportunities that arise, and the thoughts that stir in your mind. As you bring this new awareness to your everyday experiences, you'll begin to see how the universe and your angelic guides conspire in your favor. Even seemingly mundane tasks can take on new significance. A conversation with a friend might suddenly become more meaningful. A chance encounter might spark a new interest. And an unexpected delay could prove to be divine timing rather than mere inconvenience. The more you recognize these patterns, the more certain you become that there is a deeper intelligence at work, a loving force that holds you and wants to see you flourish. Embrace this perspective. Know that your angels celebrate each step you take, each insight you gain, and each moment of wonder you cultivate. You are dancing with divine guidance, co-creating a life infused with purpose, connection, and limitless potential. Perhaps you've begun noticing that as you open yourself to angelic guidance, your life feels more meaningful and interconnected. Challenges may still arise, but now they carry a different tone. Instead of dragging you down, they seem to gently push you toward growth, understanding, and healing. Each difficulty you face can be viewed as part of a grander design, a lesson shining with hidden blessings. Your angels whisper that you have the inner strength to face whatever comes, assuring you that every step, no matter how uncertain, leads you closer to your own wisdom and truth. This is the subtle art of spiritual attunement, learning to listen beneath the surface of what seems obvious, to find the hidden currents of love that run through every experience. You need not be a master at this. Simply acknowledge that there's more to life than what you can touch and see. Trust the quiet insistence of your intuition. Each time you follow that gentle pull, you train yourself to recognize and act on the angelic signals guiding you along your path. Consider how you can weave these insights into your interactions with others. When you speak from a place of compassion, understanding, and empathy, you're in harmony with the angelic perspective. Your angels encourage you to bring kindness into your relationships, to offer a listening ear, and to see beyond surface differences into the shared humanity that connects us all. When you approach others in this way, you amplify the love that angels stand for, extending their influence into the world through your own words and actions. As you do this, you may notice that your circle of support widens. People who resonate with your evolving perspective might appear, or relationships that once felt shallow may deepen into something more meaningful. Your energy, calmer, more trusting, more open, acts like a beacon, drawing in those who appreciate and nurture your spiritual growth. You become part of a larger tapestry of souls, all guided by invisible, loving forces. This collective warmth reinforces your belief in the angel's presence, showing you that none of us walks alone. In moments of solitude, continue to honor the relationship you've built. Quiet reflection, prayer, journaling, or simply sitting in peaceful silence can serve as refreshing visits to the inner wellspring of divine connection. Let yourself drink from that well, replenishing your sense of purpose and renewing your clarity. In these moments, if you listen carefully, you might catch subtle impressions, gentle encouragements, quiet reassurances, or intuitive nudges that help you make choices aligned with your highest good. Over time, this practice of attunement shapes not only your perceptions, but also your reality. By tuning in and following angelic guidance, you start to create a life that reflects your deepest values and aspirations. You find yourself more frequently in the right place at the right time, discovering that synchronicities come to you with less effort. Rather than chasing outcomes, you align yourself with the flow of divine love, trusting that you will be guided exactly where you need to go. This evolution is subtle and personal, unique to your nature and experiences. There's no single blueprint for how to live in communion with your angels. It unfolds according to your comfort, your willingness to listen, and your capacity to embrace mystery. Yet the rewards are profound: an abiding sense of peace, a recognition that you are both human and divine, and a deep knowing that no matter what twists and turns appear on your journey, you walk with guidance, light, and love at your side. You have come far, and your angels celebrate every insight, every step, every loving choice you make. They stand in awe of your courage and openness, excited to show you even more of the beauty, wisdom, and truth that lie ahead. As you move forward, remember that the door to their presence never closes. At any moment, you can turn inward and find them waiting, eager to help you navigate life's complexity with grace and trust. With all that you've learned and experienced, pause now and acknowledge how far you've come. Remember the doubts you once held, the uncertainty that surrounded you, and the questions that weighed heavily on your heart. Notice how much lighter you feel, how much more open you've become to receiving subtle hints of guidance. You have gently entered into a realm of deeper understanding, forging a connection with loving forces that have been patiently waiting for you to pay attention. As you prepare to step back into your everyday life, carry these truths with you. You know now that no matter what happens, no matter how tangled life's challenges may appear, you are never truly alone. The angels are always at your side, offering encouragement, comfort, and direction. Let their presence be a quiet compass, guiding you toward choices that nurture your soul and align with your highest good. When confusion arises, take a breath and remember that help is just an inward glance or a heartfelt prayer away. Continue to watch for the signs. You may find that the guidance comes in many forms: in the laughter of a child that reminds you of life's simple joys, in the gentle warmth of sunlight streaming through your window, or in a sudden feeling of calm that settles over you in a moment of doubt. Even when life feels demanding and hurried, these flickers of grace are there to bring you back home to yourself. By allowing them in, by acknowledging the angel's whispers, you let your life unfold as a richer and more compassionate story. Embrace your role as a co-creator of your destiny. Rather than feeling at the mercy of circumstance, recognize that you walk hand in hand with the unseen helpers who want only the best for you. You have the capacity to shape your reality through the power of intention, love, and faith. And as you tap into that capacity, life's meaning grows clearer, more vibrant. You begin to see that every encounter, every lesson, and every door that opens or closes is part of a tapestry far grander than you might have imagined. Consider how you might share this gift with others. Your experiences, insights, and newfound trust can inspire those who feel lost or disconnected. When you speak from a place of openness and sincerity, you help others realize that they too can access a wellspring of loving support. Each conversation, each moment of kindness becomes an echo of the angel's gentle influence, spreading hope and encouragement through the world. As our time here draws to a close, know that this is just one chapter in an ongoing dialogue between you and the angels. The story continues, page after page, day after day, as you remain receptive to the subtle beauty of divine guidance. There will be times when you stumble, moments of uncertainty, and questions still unanswered. In those times, remember that you need only return to that quiet space inside, call upon the angels, and listen to their gentle voice reminding you of your worth, your strength, and your capacity to grow. Now, step forward with grace and confidence. You are cherished, guided, and loved beyond measure. Wherever you go from here, carry this knowledge with you. Let it light your way, infusing your journey with the warmth of angelic presence. It is always yours, waiting within the quiet stillness of your heart.